Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!
United 1, Chelsea 0. Fuck, mate. What a game. What a game. Nerves right through the game, Dino. Jesus Christ, man. How are you, buddy, after that?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks, mate. Obviously, it all just matters about the result now. So, 3 points away from Stamford Bridge, and we move on. There's not much you can talk about the actual game itself. It was pretty dull, I thought. But yeah, 3 points, all that matters this time of year, and that step closer to Champions League football.
Yeah, mate. I actually thought the game was pretty stale. I thought Aiden Heaven had an outstanding game, to be honest with you. He was strong from the start. And, I didn't have a problem with him. Occasionally, like him diving around the box and shit like that, but they were clean winners, weren't they, when he was tackling? He was so good.
Him and Kobe, mate, I don't know if it's, a bit of the youth mentality where they don't fear anyone and stuff like that, but that game suited Kobe down to a T. That Chelsea's midfield just sort of stood there, wasn't running past him and stuff like that. And, Kobe played really well, I thought, and he had a calming influence over Casemiro, which is a bit surprising because, Casemiro's a more experienced player, but Kobe did really well today, and him and Heaven together looked quite well, and, Mazraoui did a job. He had to do a job, and Carrick had faith in Mazraoui, and he did a job for him, so happy days.
Yeah, I've got Justin here, Justin Galea. Let's go. Huge win. Justin, if you want to come on, let us know. I'll just throw a link in. Hope you're well, lads. Yeah, mate. It's going to be a good Sunday after getting 3 points in that. I'm talking about Maz. I didn't even realise he was playing centre half, to be honest with you, because I saw Luke Shaw was playing quite tight in there as well. So I didn't even realise it was him. And then later on into the second half, then I've it's hard when you got Tony and Mark around here. We're talking about 200 different things at once. We're talking about collecting, talking about getting things signed. Then you're concentrating on the game and everything like that. Fuck, there's 100 things going on at once with him. But yeah, Maz was solid, man. It was solid, mate. He was so good for the team. And that centre half, maybe it's a new centre half partnership we're moving forward with right now, because they were good, but it was worrying times. I actually thought Delot was very good today, very well disciplined. I know he was only marking Garnacho, but, he could have got into the niggle with him and just gone, I'm going to fucking hit you hard or anything like that. But he really today, and I do give Delot heat. It was a real good professional performance by him.
Yeah, the first 80 minutes by him was pretty good, but he was still making those centre-half runs with 10 minutes to go, and it's not the time to be doing that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? It's just get back. But each player out there, the only one that sort of, I wasn't really impressed with was Brian Burmo again. He looked slow, sluggish, and, at times Sesko looks frustrated because he makes a little run and, Bruno always just passes it to Cunha sort of thing and stuff like that. But, they worked well as a team. They were compact. They defended from the front and, tried to make Chelsea play out wide instead of down the middle where obviously Cole Palmer is. So, but, you look at that Chelsea midfield, Caicedo, Palmer and Enzo Fernandez, a lot of money in that midfield. And you look at the midfield we had today and, they didn't even come close to us. So, I thought the Chelsea crowd was poor too today with,
did you see the stadium was empty?
Just silent.
The stadium was empty, all the top tier. I read an article during the week about Chelsea. They haven't gone above 38,000 the whole season. They haven't sold out the stadium the whole season.
Well, they did a protest before the game about ownership and stuff like that. But, I just thought, that team today for them, they needed a lift and the crowd should have got more involved and stuff like that. And there wasn't even really booing until the final whistle and stuff like that. So, it's once again, our fans were amazing in that corner and our good mate Tony was there. So shout out to Tony.
Yeah. Oh, Tony was there, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Good on him. Yeah, he goes to a fair few away games. I got Elliot in here. Great win. He's had a tough night with the kids. He wanted to come on, but Always got to put parenting first. Sorry, lads, not on. I look haggard. Great win. Lots of positives, especially bouncing back. Yeah, man. Fuck. Look,
Is he
we
putting
do take
Garnacho
it
to
hard.
bed?
Sorry, putting
Is he
Garnacho
putting
to bed.
Garnacho to bed?
He was in Elliot's pocket. Mate, Bruno Fernandes put him in his pocket hard on that because everyone was talking about Bruno running that line. And that Cucurella, mate, he's a fucking joke, that bloke. Seriously. Like, he probably should have doubled up easily on Bruno Fernandes on that goal. But Bruno, I tell you what, there was 2 or 3 occasions in that game where I'm just banning someone. What do you call it? In that game, it was a fucking bot calling us gay. That's rude, considering we are.
2026, mate.
Yeah, you can't say that. What do you call it? Yeah. Yeah, where he ripped him down the line. And he done it on 2 or 3 occasions. And even that there was a ball, I think it was Casemiro, put over the top to Bruno, and he split the line. And then Sesko and Cunha left their run a little bit too late. I talk about this all the time. I want to see our forwards getting into the box harder, like sprinting into that box. Because Bruno makes that good run down that right-hand side, and he gets the ball back just about every time. And we talk about, like, Chelsea's halves, how fit they are and things like that. They don't like defending, though. They do not like defending. I thought we got through them quite easily. Look, the legs on Casemiro, he's done well to stay 90 minutes in this game. I don't know if you did it, but I went looking back to the bench and I'm going, look, you maybe bring Thwaite on, but he plays a little bit higher in the 18s. But you had Fletcher there as well. Big game, though, to bring 2 young lads on like that. I was so happy to see Thwaite there because he just did play so good for the 18s.
Yeah, I don't think it was the right game for the youngsters. I think Carrick had 3 subs on the bench, really, and he made them. I would like to see Armo come on a little bit earlier for Brian and Burmo. But, like, we're sort of all just winging it this season, aren't we? It's just one of those seasons where the 3 points, that's all that matters. And, you just hope performances sort of improve as game goes on. But, you just take the 3 points and move on, really. We've got another tough game next against Brentford, who are doing quite well at the moment. So I think we get Harry back for the next game.
Yeah, we should. We should get Harry back. I was actually, like, with the starting lineup, I was a little concerned, though. I was concerned that, that we never had another centre-half there. Because if one of those boys had gone down, Luke Shaw may have come in, but Malaysia would have come in, or Casemiro would have jumped. I mentioned it to you. I would have liked to see at least Fredrickson on the bench. I would have liked to see him at least on the bench. I think he's like the forgotten name for United fans because when he did play for United, he did play okay. Like, I think there was one game where he was quite nervous and everything like that under Eric Ten Hag, but he's still around the club. So he is one player that we should have, probably at least had on the bench. I mean, that Harry Maguire thing came late into the week. So maybe they didn't have time and they're focusing on the 21s because they are doing quite well, the 21s.
Well, Euro only pulled out yesterday. So, and they were talking in commentary. I don't know if you heard it, but they only told Jim Thwaites after the FA Cup semi-final. They didn't tell him beforehand.
Yeah.
So, and they did say it's more of an experience sort of thing instead of actually minutes and stuff like that. So, it's Carrick's doing a great job doing that side of football, you know what I mean? Bringing these young fellas in, just being around the environment, JJ even trains with the team and stuff like that. So, lots to look forward to in the future. Let's just see what happens. And, I think if we do get the Champions League football, I think they will just stick with Carrick as manager. Yeah,
look, I am hearing, as you know, Mark's got a few contacts over there. I'm hearing Carrick could be the done deal. So, could be the done deal, which you can't deny him. Look, we beat Chelsea twice this season now, wasn't it? So it was 2-1 in the first game. And look, I don't care what anyone says. Chelsea may have been playing poorly, but everyone always steps up against United. And they did dictate the game and everything like that. But
They're
be
world
honest with you,
champions.
yeah, world champions. They got the big badge on the front of their jersey there.
And at the back of the stadium, did you see it on
Yeah.
the building? World champions.
Yeah.
Such an
Shocking.
American thing.
Oh, it's terrible. But to be honest with you, like I actually thought they did get him behind a couple of times. Look, the second one that came off the crossbar, I think would have been called a handball anyway. But the first one in the first few minutes, geez, we've got to stop that. To be honest with you, I actually thought today was probably a 90-minute performance for us, because I actually thought that we weren't too bad in the first half, because we've gone out there obviously intentionally to have a defensive game, and I actually thought we were pretty solid defensively, and I actually thought we stayed consistent right through the whole game. I don't think we dropped at all through that game. I think they're always going to get behind now and then, but I've been calling for a 90-minute game for a long time, but I think today they actually put 90 minutes together.
Yeah, I have to agree. You know, there was a little period there where I was like, oh, just bring Ahmad on to break up the play. You know, like Chelsea was sort of going for it and stuff like that. But you know, each player out there, they're focused and they knew what their job was. You saw Bruno coaching Sesko where to be up front, pressing and stuff like that. And you know, it's little things like that where people don't give Bruno enough credit for. Yes, he has the theatrics and stuff like that. We all know that. But his in-game management of other players around him and stuff like that, like it's pretty crazy to think he does all that, plus all the assists and goals. And I think he's only 2 away now from Henry and De Bruyne. So,
Yeah.
you know, what is there, 6 games left, 5 games left?
I'll get
so
on to that.
hopefully he can do that. So, you know.
I've got no, go Dino, finish off.
I was just saying, like, as a team and as a group, that performance must do a lot for the whole group, because, you know, I don't think when all our centre halves went down, people gave us much of a hope. You know, obviously one of their best players, Juan Pedro, wasn't playing, so it was a little bit easier. But, you know, didn't we dodge a bullet not signing Liam Delap?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I got a couple of comments on on TikTok. It's good to be live back on TikTok after my suspension. So apologies to everyone there. Yeah, I got my ass whipped for doing a couple of things I shouldn't have done, because I'm trying to get our subs up, which is good. I've got got MUFC Marty Army kicking the Blues, getting the boys, and Casco, I think it is. Cunha should have scored the first chance. Look, boys, can you tap? There's 5 in there. Can you tap the screen for us? Get tapping on that screen. Let's get everyone watching it. Yeah, look, that first chance, I don't know, mate. Look, I actually thought it was Lukaku friggin' that with that heavy touch. Oh, it was a bad touch, wasn't it? Like, he really should have. It did come at a bit of pace to him, but like I'm glad he learned his lesson with the second goal, because I always talk about learning lessons. And, yeah, it's good to see him hit that second one. Try and put that first one out. I actually thought that first one was there for the taking. It was such a good ball.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, that heavy touch, that tackle could have been a lot worse too. So he did actually quite well to not go right through him, you know. So, yeah. But, you know, as you say, as long as they learn their lessons and stuff like that, even like Aiden Heaven, you know, he had a few little nips at players and, you know, a couple of free kicks on the edge of the boxes. We're just lucky that it was actually really close to the box. So, you know, they're the most difficult to score from, but he learned his lessons and stuff like that. And Luke Shaw was in his ear as well, like coaching him sort of through it and stuff like that, which you like to see from the experienced players, you know. It's like what Casemiro does with Kobe and stuff like that. Like, you know, Kobe is always available for the ball. So you look at that Leeds game compared to this game, like Kobe always makes himself available. And he's just so calm, man. Like, do you ever see him stressed or anything like that? I thought that was
music to my ears, Dino. Music to my ears, because you were giving him you weren't giving him too much stick, but you're like saying a few things about where he needs to improve and everything like that. And to his credit, he's come back strong. You know what I mean? Like, he's casual. I love when you see a player that's very casual on the ball and always available. And I think the great athletes of the world are like that, like your Ian Thorpes. Yeah, like these are Australian athletes. You always see like players like him that slow the game down, can see the game for what it is, and can move the ball, no panic, I thought it was a bit harsh on him, that foul in the last few minutes over on the other side. Garnacho would have been looking for it. But, geez, I was nervous when those last minutes.
Mate, I've never...
Hey, go. No,
I've
go.
never doubted Kobe's ability, mate. It's just more his fitness and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Look, get that yard quicker, and he's top notch.
Yeah, definitely, man. I love him. I think he's great. I've got Casco. He says, Carrie, this is what we need, getting a result in 3 points. You could see on the what do you call it, on at the end of the game, how happy the boys were to hang on. Because as a fan, and most fans that are watching on this channel, you're always there hoping they don't cop that last minute goal. And we do have a habit of doing that. And yeah, it's just such a relief to get through that game without copping that last minute goal. He's got Carrick could go 6 from 6 if he beats Liverpool. Yeah, look, I don't want to look too far ahead to the Liverpool game just yet.
Brentford's a hard game. So.
Brentford's a hard game, man. Look, I just want to see some of our players back because our bench is very light. It is so light at the moment. I just want to see us get through the game, get through the week without injuries, because literally a couple of them have happened at training. And so I think that, like, you always want to see our players at training going full steam ahead and everything like that. But it seems to be an issue for us, Dino, at training. And we've spoken about this for a little bit, about who our fitness coach is and everything like that. And why is it always happening at training? I don't get it. Maybe they go, look, Mbumo limped off just before. And I even saw Luke Shaw. He was holding his hamstring at one stage.
Oh, there's always a few busted players this time of year. But I think because we don't have all those games each week and stuff, like, you sort of have to have training, like the intensity in training, because, we saw against Leeds, we just came out and looked like we'd been on holiday for 3 weeks, and we literally had been on holiday for 3 weeks. So, you're always going to get injuries and stuff like that. I think this year, because, we didn't have the European football, we got knocked out of the Cups early. We couldn't even build a full squad because we didn't actually need it, because, if we did have, 20 quality EPL players there, they'll be crying for game time, because, like, one game a week isn't really enough for a club the size of us. So, next season, all fingers crossed with Champions League football. I think if we get points against Brentford and Liverpool, we can start to see some of these youngsters get a few minutes in the Premier League, like the Jim Thwaite, Shea Lacey's, and players like that can get some minutes when we've already got the, we finished 5th, 4th, 3rd. It doesn't really matter, it's as long as we get that Champions League locked down, give these guys some minutes.
Yeah, look, I think a big thing with our fans as well, they don't realise how good our youth system's going at the moment. I know we read a little bit about it and things like that, but me and you, we do really keep a good eye on our youth system and stuff like that. We have got so many good players coming through at that elite level where we probably don't have to go and throw them into loans and things like that. Whereas if they're training with our first side, it's a good sign. It's really a good sign. And we talk about our midfield. We do need a couple of midfielders for next year, just because the two young midfielders like Thwaite and Fletcher, they're probably our future to blood in every now and then in the cup games.
Oh, you always need the experience in midfield too. So even if you have one experience with one youngster, we've also got the young Colombian lad coming in as well. He's 18, so interesting to see what he brings to the team as well. So it's a shame that Kone's had a bit of a struggle on loan. So I'm not sure what the future holds for him, if United will keep him or look to move him on. But yeah, it's exciting times for our youth team, and it always helps that there's an Aussie sort of hanging around the under-18s, and, did a brilliant assist yesterday morning. So, it's been a while since we've had an Aussie there, so it's good to see.
Mate, it was a great pass, wasn't it? It was outside his left foot as well. Mate, I would love to see, and he's been training with the first side. Mate, he's such a good player. He is quality. He is one to watch. We always talk about a right back we need. He's a good player. And I think he might slide into that first side and maybe hopefully make his debut in the maybe in the Carabao Cup or something next year. So that'll be exciting. It's exciting for me and you because we keep an eye on him a fair bit. So it's good that we have got an Aussie there. Mark Bosnich was the last one we had in our youth system. And then he made his debut in the late 80s or 90s when Jim Leighton pulled out late in the game. So it's great to see that. I've got Justin in here. He's written here, Carrick is speaking on TNT Sport. They asked him about the managerial question and gave the safe answer with a smile. I think he'll be there. Yeah, I'm confident enough he's been signed and, well, he will be there. And if you have a look at it, whenever Carrick gets asked the question, he does try and change the subject straight away. So, which is professionalism in itself. But he's doing. You can't knock it today. Even if we walked away with a draw today, I was happy. As long as we didn't lose.
I think today was his biggest test because
exactly
the injuries, we got pumped by Leeds, and he had to show a bit of character to get this team back up and going. When you're playing against the City and Arsenal's, this season he sort of could go, well, let's just defend and hit them on the counters. Where I don't think this game you could completely do that style. Chelsea were there to be gotten at, so it was a bit different than the Arsenal and City games. But full credit, and it seems like the players love him. Obviously there might be some that are a bit skeptical and stuff like that, but a happy dressing room is a lot for a football team, and it just shows. You look at Chelsea as a football club, and their sort of players, they don't look happy. The manager doesn't look like he knows what he's doing, and it's all just gone to shit over there.
Mate, he didn't know whether to come or go. I don't know if you caught any of the Tottenham game as well, but even in that game, they look like shot ducks, Tottenham. Honest to God, man.
Are we going to talk about the hair pull?
Yes, we are. I was talking to a few people. I got Matt MUFC in here. What a result tonight, mate. It was an unbelievable result. Fantastic. And as I was saying before, Matt, that I didn't mind defending the game out as long as we stayed disciplined. And that's what we did well. We stayed really disciplined in our game today. But if none of you had seen it today, there was a hair pull in the Fulham game, probably worse than what we had. And it was the same referee, same situation, no red card. Mate, it's an absolute piss take. Did you see it live, Dino, or did you?
I just saw it on the socials and all that. It looked like right. Was old mate running away and he grabbed it.
Yeah, running away. Yeah, it was on
me. That's 10 times worse than what Martinez did in a challenge. Do you know what I mean? If someone's running away and you pull their hair, that is the definition of a red card. They're running away and you're deliberately pulling their hair. So
100% worse.
But it's what? It's not like the FA went to the referee and said, you got it wrong, blah, blah, blah. But this week it's a yellow card. It's just crazy, man, and, nothing will happen. It'll just be the same old, they'll spin it their way and stuff. But, it's a bit damning on how inconsistent everything is at the moment. But, as I said, they're humans, they make errors. But, when to me, that is a clear and obvious situation is where old mate's running away and pulled his hair. That's cynical. It's a red card.
Mate, he should be. I've got Matt in here. He said 1-0 away from home. Love it. The away fans are amazing. The away fans are absolutely amazing. We were talking about them before. And they were singing from start to finish. Even when I got Yoni coming on now, which is good. Yeah, the away fans were unbelievable. Yeah, double standards. We're just talking about the hair pull, Yoni. Give us your thoughts on that.
From the Fulham game.
The Fulham game, yeah. Absolute double standard. I've got Matt MUFC, double standards, big time. Yeah,
I'd love to see the referees talk about this one now. A week after the Man United one, we got a red card, and this was way worse.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even just the red card. They kept his ban there. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we got the red card. They could have overturned it off the field after looking at it.
No. The thing is as well, the ref didn't even give it. So actually VAR came, said, no, this is clear and obvious error because you didn't look at it, gave the red card, and then doubled down on it. And meanwhile, now VAR didn't come, didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's crazy. What are your thoughts on the
even
game,
off
Yanni?
the field, like you can look at it for 2 days and go, okay, we'll rescind the red card. They still didn't do that. So
Yeah,
Chelsea probably paid them. Blue Corp gave them some money. It didn't work for them.
What were your thoughts on the game, Yanni?
Actually, the first half, even though like obviously we didn't create much except for the two pullbacks. One of them we scored, one of them we didn't. I thought the first half was really good because Chelsea had nothing that first half. Like I really felt like they had we controlled it. Yes, mostly without the ball, but even when we had the ball, we controlled it. So I thought it was quite good. Second half, I think I messaged you in the group, or I messaged everyone in the group, and I said like that last half hour, I wasn't happy with it in regards to we just didn't have control for large parts of it. But if you look at it, they only had 3 shots on target. All of them were pretty weak shots. The only one that was close was the header that hit the post. The other one was a handball, so I'm not even going to count that one. But yeah, generally speaking, if I knew the game was going to turn out the way it did, I would be more than happy with it because we didn't need to win. A draw was more than enough for us, and we actually still won the game.
Yeah. I was actually saying, because how I harp on about the 90 minutes performance. I actually put it down to a good 90 minutes defensive performance today. And I was saying that late into that second half, I actually thought we should have brought the subs on a little bit earlier because we just needed an outlet. We didn't have someone with an outlet. I was happy that Xerxes came on when he had Xerxes ready. If you've seen Xerxes in real life, he's a big man. He's really a big man. He's tall,
also
solid,
strong.
Yeah, great control. I really don't. If Xerxes is happy to be in our team as a bench player, I would never get rid of him. I wouldn't get rid of him.
Me neither, because I've got a lot of Xerxes cards. I've got all these rookie autos. And,
as a player and as a human, he's such a good guy. Even when I went to Malaysia, he was more than happy to be there. He was more than happy to go and do the bus tour and everything like that. I think he gets it. He gets that the fans need people like him around, and he's such a good guy. He acknowledges the fans. He gives you 110% when he's on the pitch. He's got good ball control. Last week when Martinez went off, he was the first one to go up to him and see that he gets down the dressing room, see if he's okay. We need players around like that. Mate, if he can put in 15, 20 minutes a game, I'm happy with that.
When Sesko scored the winner, it was the 2-1. Maybe, I don't remember who, the Fulham game, or I don't remember what game, but Sesko scored a winner and Xerxes was the first one off the bench running to him and celebrating with him, all that kind of stuff, which is good to see as a striker as well because you want that kind of support. I agree. I think, so when I said the last half hour I wasn't happy with, it's actually more between, let's say, the 60 minutes to the 80 minutes. Because I thought once, just before he made our first subs, I said I think we need Mount on or someone like Xerxes who can, because I felt like Sesko didn't hold the ball well up front for most of the game, and we were obviously also getting quite tired. So having somebody who can hold the ball, which I think Xerxes and Mount both could do, I was quite happy with those subs. And there was a point I saw, I think I told you guys, Dallo was trying to run back because we lost the ball in the final third. And then he was trying to run back, but he was spent. And this was 70 minutes into it. So I can't say that the team didn't put everything into actually getting this win. So in the last 10 minutes, I think Chelsea had nothing. They were useless the last 10 minutes.
I actually thought it was good when he made that sub for Mbumo. I think a lot of it too today for Sesko is not actually Sesko. I think it's more Mbumo. Because when you see Ahmed come on with Mbumo, they combine really well. But when Sesko and Mbumo are together, for some reason it doesn't work. But I always, when you talk about Delort, getting tired towards that back end, Mbumo doesn't defend like Ahmed. If you saw when Ahmed come on, he was sprinting back to come and help out, mate. He was.
You can thank Ruben for that.
Yeah. Well, apparently Jordan was saying back in the day that even for Sunderland, he was quite good in regards to the defensive aspect of it. I also think, for me at least, Ahmad's best games for United have always been when he's actually been the wing back, and maybe that is because he's really good at pressing, and so whether it's a defensive kind of press or on the offensive side of things. Like I just think he's really good at that. So yeah.
Yeah, mate. It was a great result all around. I've got the ladder here because I haven't even had a look. Eh?
We're 10 points clear of Chelsea. We're pretty much, if we win like one more game, I think it's not a guarantee, but it's like a proper guarantee because Chelsea can't win the last 4. They have I think they have City, they have Liverpool, like they have a tough run.
The ladder,
they have Spurs. I hope they beat Spurs. Let me tell you, I hope Chelsea beat Spurs.
I was watching it. I watched that game today. It was insane.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What are we on? So Arsenal 70 points. I think they're playing tomorrow morning v City. I'll tell you what,
we're only 12 points behind Arsenal. We're in the title race.
I tell you, like 58. We're on 58 points. City's on 64. Like if City go down tomorrow,
2 games in hand.
No, come on, City.
I'm sorry.
2 games
in hand. Yeah, I didn't look at that.
City to beat Arsenal.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Villa on 55 with a game. Liverpool 52. Who's Liverpool play tomorrow? I don't even know.
Everton, Derby.
Yeah, big game. In Everton, right? Like in
yeah. And then Chelsea
good.
48. Look at Spurs down there. Jesus.
No one talks about Newcastle. Like everyone wants their players, but have a look at them.
Oh,
no,
mate, I've been ripping
1-0,
into Newcastle.
Yeah.
I've been ripping into them in our chat because I said this last week. Even after the performance where they lost, was it Palace? Like when they lost to Palace or whatever last week, I bet you still after that, Gary Neville would come out and say, "Oh, Eddie Howe would be so good for Man United." Come on, like because he's English and because he's like England's golden boy. Like they just gloss over how shit of a job he's doing this season.
Yeah. I wouldn't want him. No chance, man. No. There's a lot of managers that we're talking about though haven't done shit. That's the thing I don't get. Like, you look at Carrick now. He's done Liverpool. He's done City, didn't he? Liverpool, City.
When was the last time we've beaten Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea away?
In the away, yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
to be fair though, I think we don't have an issue playing the big teams. It's those middle to lower teams we have issues with, and I've been saying that for a decade now. It's always, it's always those sort of smaller teams that we have issues with. So
I think there's no more smaller teams though, really, but it's more the games that we're expected to control. Like that's what it is. Yeah,
100%.
Yoni, you would have seen the stats. What was the possession stats?
Oh, I have no idea. But
Chelsea had like 21 attempts on target or something like that. Like,
and we had 4, right?
Yeah,
but they only had 3. No, they only had 3 on target. Like they were.
Yeah, but
and 21 attempts.
Yeah.
So
here you go. Chelsea had 60%. We had 40.
It actually felt like way more at some point. That second half.
Oh,
especially.
it did, man.
Touches in opposition box. Chelsea had 40.
That's a big one.
Like
40 to
if
10
you look at big chances.
Touches in the block. Oh, Jesus.
If you look at big chances,
we had
0 and we had 1.
Yeah.
That's good.
But how do you judge a big chance?
Yeah.
When you have Bruno on your team, it's just going to come. Like that's how I judge it. If you don't have Bruno, you don't get big chances.
For some of those, like one of those headers from there was Lap or something, if Sesko missed that, the whole world would be carrying on that.
I think a big chance probably counts as like it's pretty much like a 1-on-1 or like they have like a clear shot at goal kind of thing, like where nothing.
So when did we do that?
No, well, our goal, like when the run back in, the cut back.
Yeah,
there was no one in the way of Cunha and like the entire goal. So
but what about Cunha's first attempt where he fucked it up? Why isn't that a big?
There was someone in the way because he ended up never taking.
Not if he hit it first time.
I still think there was someone like not close to him in the way, but like.
That's what I'm saying. What's a big chance? Like some of these stats, man. Like big chance.
I'm actually curious at that. Let's see. What is a big chance?
It's got to go through the line, I'd say.
It's got to just be a goal, isn't it?
Where a player is reasonably expected to score involving a 1-on-1 with the keeper, a close range shot or penalty. Yeah. I think his goal actually was like that because it's kind of hard to explain, but he could have taken a shot either side. There's no one blocking that shot.
But we don't know if he took it first time for that first one, it'd be the same.
maybe, but I think
The
He just
pitch
took a
looked
touch.
really wet. To be fair, the pitch looked really, really wet, and what do you call it at the start? Like you could see the water skidding off the ball. But what do you call it? That's the goal that he actually scored. Was probably a harder hit than the first one because if you look at it, the ball was bouncing. So the
Yeah.
bouncing was bouncing hard at him.
But it's nice to see. I feel like he learned from that first one. And it was like, actually,
Yeah,
I'll just
that's
take
what we were talking about before. It was so good. I often talk about that, don't I, Yanni? I've got
yeah.
I got Gail Casey 101 professional win. How are you, buddy? Mate from America there, from the States. Stateside Reds. Yeah, what do you call it? It was a very professional win. And that's what I was saying. It's just like I'm just so relieved that we got the 3 points there because they're the types of games that the last minute goal comes and to be fair, the referee, we usually blow up about him all the time and he's never good to us. I actually thought the referee today was good. He let things flow. There was a couple of cheap fouls. I wish he'd give Kukurea a fucking yellow card because he is a grub, man. I can't stand him. Seriously.
I'm glad.
Germ.
I'm glad that this game wasn't before we went to bed because I would have that Garnacho song stuck in my head all morning. You know, when you go to bed and you just sit laying there and I'll just be singing that song the whole time. So I'm glad it's a whole day to get it out of my system and then go to bed.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's just
How good was it in the middle of I think it was on the halfway line, he sort of cut in, started running, and he literally just like fell over. And I think
fell over, yeah, he got sniped, yeah.
He I never felt like we were in trouble when he had the ball. And that's just because I've seen him play for us so many times and just lose the ball in those.
He's no Estavio anyway, so
yeah. Oh, when I saw that injury, I was like, oh yeah, great.
Even João Pedro being out, before the game, it was like a big relief. You know what I mean? Because those two are sort of like, that's it. Pedro Neto has his chances and stuff like that, but I thought he was quiet today.
Yeah, and I thought Caicedo was actually quite good, but he's not really an attacking player. So,
what's his name up front for Chelsea? What's his name? Bloody
Liam Delap.
The 9
this season, I think.
The 9. He was good. What's his name? He's from Manchester.
We
Cole
both just said
Palmer.
Cole Palmer, yeah. Mate,
okay.
he didn't do much, did he?
Yeah, no. But he's had a pretty off season, or even 18 months, I'd say. But
he had that one good solid run where everyone was saying Ballon d'Or, he's going to replace Bruno, blah blah blah. But you got to do it over seasons. You can't just have one good. We see it all the time
over 7 years, or 6 years.
I was talking. We're having a good convo about Bruno, breaking the record for the most assists this Premier League season, and he's only 2 off it. Dino and I were talking about this before. If you have a look at the guys that are
equaling,
yeah. Who is it? You got Haaland. Second is is it Fabregas?
No, it's Henry.
Henry
De Bruyne.
KDB.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
KDB should actually have it because he had an assist that got taken away from him as well. He should have 21, but I'm more than happy for him to just have the 20.
Yeah, well, what we were talking about was you have a look at the strikers these 3 players above him have had over a season. The strikers that they've had have been unbelievable compared to the strikers that Bruno's had over the past 5 years, or even like this year with Sesko. Seriously, he doesn't just set him up for the striker; he sets him up for everyone. So,
what year was KDB's one? It was 1920. So they would have had
Aguero,
Sané,
yeah,
Zenko, and Aguero, was it?
Yeah. Aguero, Leroy Sané, maybe Sterling was still there.
Yeah, Sterling was still there for sure.
Yeah, so Sané as well. So they had those front 3, and I don't know if you remember, those front 3 was fucking insane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You fucking look at the
boys.
boys.
Today I was a bit worried with Bruno's first 2 dead ball crosses. I was like, oh, he's off it today because they were falling short, and then
yeah.
It'll be I hope he gets like 2 against Brentford. I just want him to hit it already. Like, just get it. Oh, you know what? Get 2 against Brentford and then get 1
Beat it against Liverpool.
Yeah. Oh, what a dream.
It's you know what? It's likely to happen, because records do get broken in those games.
We're quite lucky that he's had Casemiro this season, because Casemiro, like Bruno to Casemiro, is like so many assists.
Yeah. Do you think he gets Player of the Year?
I think this win helps
if he
him
breaks
for
the
sure.
record. If he breaks the record.
It's tough.
Even if he doesn't break it, like Arsenal haven't had an outstanding individual and stuff like that. So even
but they always talk about Player of the Year gets it for winning trophies. You know what I mean?
It's
at least that's an achievement,
But it's actually not, because if you look at it, yes, the last like 4 years it's been like that. But if you look at the last 20 years, like 40% of the time, it wasn't like the title-winning team or anything. But I think they'll probably give it to Declan Rice, only because he's English. And then he's not even, like, in my opinion, if you choose an Arsenal player, probably should be Gabriel, but Deckers will probably get it.
Yeah.
Depends if just bottle it.
Oh my God. The dream. The dream. Can you imagine
Arsenal bottle it and Spurs go down and Chelsea miss out on Champions League football? Like, that's just London gone.
Yeah. I have Spurs friends who I have been giving shit to for like 3 months now. Or 4 months, I guess, but it's the greatest. Like, it makes me so happy on the inside. So,
all right, boys. I might let you go. Have a great day.
Breakfast.
Oh yeah, that's only when Yoni comes around. Oh, when you're around, I always make you breakfast. I don't make it for Mark. Whenever Yoni, because Yoni makes a long trip, and so do you. So there's always breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my trip's not very long, is it?
Do you drive or do you fly?
I've driven the last few times because I went to other places. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. For
but
me,
driving,
I have to drive, and it's an hour and a bit. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, it's better than 9 hours. But at least it's just down one road.
Yeah.
It's not, to be fair, it's not a bad drive. You know what I'm like when I drive, Dino. I hate it. To be fair, It's not a bad drive.
Yeah.
It's better than driving to Melbourne, that's for sure.
Do you know? So I will say, I used to drive to like the Melbourne area quite a bit. I used to love the drive because I love the South Coast and all that, like whatever. And then a couple of years ago, we drove to Brisbane for the first time in 20 years that I've driven that way rather than fly. And I thought it was great. It was really nice. So, yeah, I thought it was going to be shit.
It's a lot better these times because they've done bypasses and overpasses and stuff like that. So,
yeah, because I reckon
on MUTV, they got Cavani's goal highlights. Fuck, he was a good player.
How good, that goal, like when the fans were finally allowed in, and it was offside, but they still gave it to us anyway. Oh, I love that goal.
Mate, Bruno's just giving him assist here, and he's finished like top bins. So, such a good goal. It was against Roma. Hello, how are you? United.
Yeah, this is little.
Middle name's Beckham, Dino.
Yeah, middle name Beckham. Middle name Beckham. Good boy.
All right, boys, I'll let you go. I'll let you get on with your day. Have a good day. It'll be enjoyable.
Enjoyable for sure.
We'll definitely talk probably sometime today for sure.
Yeah.
Because we need to do a pod about some cards or something like that. With all these latest cards that are coming out, we're all getting excited.
I saw somebody. I saw a break where they hit the George Best, not the auto one, but like the gems and everything out of 5. It was beautiful, and it is like a match worn relic as well, so it's nice.
Oh, the blue one.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's interested, I got one of them.
I didn't understand about that one, Yoni, though. I thought they only wore that blue jersey in the Champions League final, European Cup final.
I think I read that it's pants.
It's pants.
So did they wear blue pants? Like
they must have wore blue shorts. They did wear blue shorts, yeah.
Yeah, so I heard that it's shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
All right.
Fair enough. Just a quick one. I've got Red on TikTok here. He's gone. Great team performance. Shout out to Mainu, Heaven, Bruno class as always. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. See you later.
Yeah.
Check
Yeah.
yous.
Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!